ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Nunnally Sports Centre for a Big V men's competition basketball game between the home team, Melbourne University Black Angels, who will host RMIT University Redbacks. We are just about to kick off proceedings here this afternoon. I'm just waiting for the starting lineups for both teams so I can announce them to everyone at home who is listening. So I can see Steve Coffey, number 3 for the Redbacks. Also number 40, Devin Vanderheid. Number 15, Daniel Steen. I'm just waiting for the other two numbers. I believe it's also number 5, Maddie Spencer. And lastly, number 52, Zachary Coleman Box. So welcome to those 5 for the visitors. For your home team, it will be your skipper, Lucas Kafritis, Aaron Dolney, Joel Rhymes, Ollie Stanley, and Stefan Pomerson, who will be starting for your home team. So wish all the best to both these two clubs this afternoon. And the Redbacks will have the first possession. A little coast-to-coast. Little action is no good that time from Vanderheid. So the defensive rebound from Melbourne Uni. And here's Stefan who runs the offense through now with Kafritis. Let's see if they can get some offensively going here to start off this ball game. Here's Rhymes top of the key. Nice inside pass to Stanley, who gets called for an arm foul. I believe that will be on Coleman Box. So Bock will pick up the first personal. 14 to play here for Melbourne with the baseline possession ball. So it's Kafritis trying to find Rhymes. Turnover. Bock gets a steal. Matt Spencer goes all the way to the ring. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Stefano. And I think Stanley tried to get the defensive rebound but stood out of bounds on the baseline. So it will be a Redbacks ball here with 14 on the shot clock. Nice. 2 is good from Bock. And he scores the first 2 points of this game for the visitors. So Melbourne through Pomerson. Kafritis now. Dolney on the wing. Through to Rhymes. Dolney takes the open 3 at the top. No good. Kafritis offensive rebound. Finds to Stefano. Stefano hits the 3. He gets the friendly bounce and gets the 3. Does Stefano, who kicks off proceedings for your home team. Hopefully that gets his confidence up and going, does Stefano, with that big shot. On the other end, Spencer's now got it on the wing for the visitors. Doesn't want to take the 3, so he passes outside to a 3-point shooter in green. Can't get it to go. An offensive rebound by the big fella in Coleman Bock. And he gets the 2 to clean up off the offensive glass. RMIT by a point, early stages. Rhymes, Dolney drives in. Turnover that time. That baseline pass was not good. And Vanderheid gets a steal. He goes all the way to the ring too, if you don't mind me. 2 points again for the visitors. 6-3 lead early stages. Here's Stefano. Finds Aaron Dolney. The corner triple is good. Aaron Dolney hits a big 3. And Melbourne respond back on their end, hitting another triple, 6 apiece. Good ball movement here by RMIT. Spencer takes the inside. Will, I believe, be called. They fall on Kafritis at that time with the box out. I think it was a little bit too aggressive by Kafritis, so he does pick up the personal that time against trying to guard Coleman Bock. On the other end, here's Coffey. Coffey drives. Good D from Kafritis and Melbourne so far in this possession. Good cross-court pass to Spencer. Takes the 3. No good. Kafritis has it. Finds Rhymes in the fast break transition game. Pulls up for 3, if you don't mind me. Joel Rhymes for 3, and Melbourne have hit 3 triples to kick off proceedings here this afternoon. 9-6 lead from Melbourne. So Spencer's got it. Finds Coffey. Coffey drives, finds Bock inside. Great pass from Coffey and a nice easy 2 again is good from Bock. He's up to 6 points for the visitors. Just gets himself in the right position at the right time, as a big fella should be doing. So Melbourne by a point. Here's Stefano. Finds Rhymes. Back out to Kafritis now. Stanley at the top of the key. I don't know how I feel about the mid-range jump shot from Ollie Stanley that time, but that was nothing but butter. Nothing but absolute bottom of the net from Ollie Stanley, who scores the 2 in the other end. A miss that time is no good from Steen. Melbourne have it through. Stefano just pulls up. If you don't mind me, Stefano pulls up and hits a triple. 14-8 lead for Melbourne Uni. They have 4 triples already in this game. Coffee, beautiful spin move to the basket. Scores a 2, much needed 2 from the visitors. And at the other end, Stefano finds Stanley inside, can't get that one to go. Good contest that time from the visitors. And Coffee has it. He finds Steen. Steen drives. Finds Coffee, who takes the jump shot, unsuccessful. Melbourne have it through. Kafritzis finds Dolny now. Dolny wants to use that left hand to get it all the way to the basket, unsuccessful. Ollie Stanley, as you should be doing, big fella, is underneath the basket for the offensive rebound and put back 2. Melbourne already have 16 points in this game, 16-10 early stages. And there will be a couple of subs for the visitors. So into the game is number 54, Xavier Cotton, and also number 1, Eric, I hope I pronounced this right, Eric Miraflores. So welcome to the game to you two. Melbourne lead this one still by 6. 5.5 remaining here in this first quarter. I don't know how he got so open under the basket that time from, was Venterheed. Scores the 2. On the other end, Stanley, he goes on the other end and scores a floater. Good time that time from Kafritzis. A steal from the possession. Here's Dolny. He likes the look of the 3 and hits it. And he loves the reaction too. The bow and arrow triple. Great instant impact from this game from Stefano, getting the steal from the baseline turnover, finding a cross-court dime in Aaron Dolny. And Aaron Dolny, it's another triple. He's been fantastic in this game. So have Melbourne, and they lead this one 21-12. And a timeout is called from the visitors. And Mr. Vincenzo Rosetto will call timeout for the visitors. We'll be right back. All right, so just after the timeout here, so it will be an RMIT ball here. A shout out to the big Kafritzis, Anjan Hallen, who just rocked up to the game, just a little bit late to the game. Welcome though, welcome to the Non-Elite Sports Centre. So Coffee now has it for RMIT, bringing up the ball. Coffee finds Miraflores. Miraflores at the top of the key, drives inside on his left. A tough mid-range is no good. Aaron Dolny picks up the defensive rebound. Running offensively, transition, finds Stanley inside, and Stanley, nice little hook shot is good to go. Great pass from Aaron Dolny, and a turnover on the other end from the visitors. Melbourne, the energy's been good. So it will be a Melbourne ball. So far, the intensity for Melbourne has been fantastic. Early stages after they did have a game last night, which they were unsuccessful with winning against Hume City Broncos, who are just the team to beat at the moment. Ollie Stanley finds Kafritzis. Kafritzis takes the 3, unsuccessful. Now the Redbacks have it through Coffee. Coffee drives inside, finds the big fella again. Coleman Bock. Nice finish from the big fella again. Great feed from Coffee. Those two guys are working really nicely together, getting some open shots at the basket. Here's Kafritzis. Cross-court pass to Stefano. Stefano can't get the three. Gets his offensive rebound, though. Good hustle. Drives it. Finds Stanley for the two-hand flush. Stefano, great hustle with the offensive rebound. Finds Stanley inside for the two-hand slam. Coffee to Coleman Bock. Coleman Bock goes. Nice finish from the big fella again against Stanley. I think that'll be Stanley's first personal, and it will be foul on Stanley. So we'll be an and one continuation for Coleman Bock, who will go to the line. He's been very active and very busy so far for the Redbacks, up to 10 points, 5 of 5 from the field. Also got 4 rebounds, if you don't mind me. But he's been good. So he'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. That's a high-arcing free throw, but it's good to go. 25-17, Melbourne lead. Into the game as well for Melbourne Uni is Lugas, number 21, Lugas Sekleski. Welcome to the game. And also Freddie Sims Jr. Welcome to the game. Welcome, Mr. Freddie. Here's Stanley against Coleman Bock. Should have been called for a foul that time on the arm, but wasn't called. Coffey's now got it for RMIT. Nice pass inside to also another guy who just checked inside. I didn't get his name, folks, at home. Yeah, so Roman Lutton, who's also checked into the game to the RMIT, but nice drive inside from, that time it was Xavier Cotton. Went inside the basket for a nice two. Turnover almost from Stanley. Just keeps possession of the ball, finds Lucas, back to Stanley. Stanley goes to the basket and puts it down, if you don't mind me. Holy Stanley with that burst of pace, getting inside for the two. Whoa, that was very, very nice. Here's Coffey. Xavier Cotton takes the three, and Cotton makes the three. He's an instant impact for the visitors. 5 quick points for Cotton. I think it will be a foul on the arm. Sure who that foul was on. He said 20. I thought he said 21, but I'm not sure if 21 is out there. So I'm not sure who that foul was called on. Oh no, sorry. I think it's just changing the shot clock, sorry. So the shot clock is just being changed here to 21 for the referee. Okay, so no foul on RMIT in that possession. Here's Freddie. Finds Dolney, back out to Freddie. Back out to Dolney now. 10 on the shot clock. Dolney drives inside for that floater. Gets the lucky bounce to go in though, does Dolney. Nice two inside, he's good. Also into the game as well, I didn't notice, is Matty Foster Jr. Matty Foster, you absolute legend. I'm so glad you're into the game early. And instant impact too, straight away, Matty Foster Jr. Love your defense, my friend. Well done, well done. So it will be a travelling violation against the Redbacks. So Melbourne will have possession through Lucas. Has Rhymes now. Melbourne lead by 7. Just over a minute and a half remaining here in this first quarter. Rhymes. Tries Freddie now. Freddie, nice spin move. Almost lost the ball. Will still take the shot though. Freddie Sims Jr. scores his first 2 of the game. His first shot is good. Bit of a change in role for him this afternoon, so hopefully he can adjust to coming off the bench this afternoon, but so far, so good, and just his minute of play. On the other end, Coffey's now got it on the side. Nice behind the back pass outside. He's on Vandenheed. He doesn't make the three. Thought he got fouled on the arm. Unsuccessful. Here's Freddie Sims Jr. Pulls up for 2, and he makes it as well. Does Freddie Sims Jr. on the arm to Cotton. Cotton picked up the foul. Freddie Sims Jr. gets clipped on the arm. There's a chance for a 3-point play. And it will be one shot the foul line for Freddie Sims Jr. Also into the game as well for Melbourne Uni is the 3-point shooter, Spud McNally. Welcome to the game. Who's also, he just checked in as well for Dolney, and also number 0 as well. So Jin Ki, yep. Welcome to the game, my friend, and best of luck. So Freddie Sims Jr. goes to the line, makes a three-point play the old-fashioned way again. So 5 quick points for Freddie Sims Jr., 2 of 2. He's got 5 points. And Melbourne lead 34-22. A bit of a high-scoring game so far for Melbourne, which is good. Cotton takes the open three, the top of the key, unsuccessful. Rice pulls down the defensive rebound. There's a chance here for a 2-for-1 if Melbourne want to use it. Freddie Sims Jr. goes inside. Got clipped on the arm, and he's going to shoot 2 shots here. Nice aggressive move on Freddie Sims Jr. Gets the contact on the arm against one of the Redbacks players. And Freddie Sims Jr. will go to the line to potentially increase Melbourne's lead, which is already at a game-high 12. Could get it to 14 with 2 freebies here, and he sure does. Makes the first. And he makes the second as well. So 2 out of 2 there for Freddie Sims Jr. Melbourne's lead is now at 14 points, 36-22. RMIT probably hold here for the last shot. It is 4 seconds for Melbourne to potentially play with, depending how this possession goes here. So we'll see what RMIT have on that end. Nice drive inside is good to go from, I think it was Spencer, was it? Yeah, Spencer. Drove it inside against Freddie Sims Jr. Makes the 2 and got clipped on the arm. And he will go to the line and shoot 1 free throw here. The old-fashioned way again. I think I've said that a few times this afternoon, but he will go to the line for 1 and he makes it. So 3-point play for Spencer. Melbourne have 1 possession now with 10 seconds to play with. Rhymes drives inside, unsuccessful. Matty Foster Jr. pulls down the offensive rebound. Finds Lucas! Lucas with the spin away, 2 points is good to go. The fadeaway to end the first quarter. Melbourne Uni after 1 lead 38-25. That has been one great quarter for the home team, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back here at the Non-Elite Sports Centre. Melbourne lead after 1 quarter, 38-25. Been a very exciting first quarter for them. Just shooting the lights out so far. So 68% from the field of Melbourne. They're also 5 of 8 from three-point land, 62.5%. They're just shooting the lights out. Just been everywhere so far. Ollie Stanley leads all scorers with 12 for the visitors just before we start proceedings. Coleman Bock has 11 points. They're shooting still at a high rate, 52%, but Melbourne just have not been able to stop so far. So let's see how we go here. Melbourne will have possession so far. Ollie Stanley takes the first shot inside. I'm surprised myself how he missed it so badly, but I think he lost possession of the ball as he was going up. He misses that one to go. So RMIT have a chance here to score, and there will be a nice three. Nice looking shot from Lutton, hits the three for RMIT. Scores the first points of the second quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Melbourne. So Stanley finds Freddie Sims Jr. and Freddie Sims Jr. has been called a foul against him, so it will be 2 shots for him again. So he's going to go to the line again. So aggressive off that nice screen, I believe, from Stanley. So Freddie Sims Jr. will go to the line here to shoot 2 shots. A chance to increase his point tally this afternoon. He's already up to 8 points now. 2 of 2 from the field, also 4 of 4 from the line. I'm loving his aggressive side of Freddie Sims Jr. so far. He's up to 9 points off the bench from Melbourne. Instant impact. And I believe Coach Hurst will be loving that one. So RMIT now have it. Try and find Yap inside. Yap against Stanley. Nice move. Use his body to get inside against Stanley, and he scores the 2. A very, very tough finish. He did really, really well to get it over the top of Stanley, because there is a bit of a height difference there, but he used his body really well. Spud McNally takes the 3 on the wing, unsuccessful. Stanley pulls down the offensive rebounds, finds Freddie. First miss of the game today. Can't get that 3 to go. On the other end, missed shot that time is no good from Lutton. Offensive rebound from Yap. So RMIT now have a second possession here, a second chance. Coffee tries to find the pass inside, unsuccessful. Freddie Sims Jr. finds Lugaz. Lugaz back out to Spud McNally, to Stanley. James Avangrenos is also welcome to the game as well to James Avangrenos. Nice 2-man game between Avangrenos and Stanley. And Stanley scores another 2 inside. He leads all comers in this one with 14 points. 7 of 11 from the field. Ollie Stanley, you're having yourself a game this afternoon. On the other end, Coffee just banks in an open, uncontested jump shot. 2 points. Cuts a margin now down back to 10. Stanley tries to find Lucas inside, unsuccessful. Here's Coffee, gets the steal. Just pulls up, if you don't mind me. Nothing but net from Steve Coffey. He hits the 3, and Josh Turton and Melbourne Uni call a timeout. That was just a little bit too easy that time. Just pulled up. He made the 3, and he wasn't happy with the defense in that possession. So will be a timeout called from Melbourne. Josh Turton, first time out of the game this afternoon. With 7:39 remaining here in the second quarter. Melbourne lead by 7. We'll be right back. So just after that timeout, Melbourne have it through. Avangrenos now has it for Melbourne. Finds Spud McNally. Spud McNally takes the 3, just pulls up and just shoots the 3, unsuccessful. Great hustle by Avangrenos, pulls up for the mid-range jump shot, unsuccessful. Just a bit too many quick shots for Melbourne that time. At the other end, Coffey finds Lutton, takes the 3. He's blocked out there from Spud McNally, who contested the 3. And I believe Yap got the offensive rebound. And he's going to shoot 2 shots. I'm not sure who that foul was called on, but Yap will go to the line here, shoot 2 shots. It's the first time Yap goes to the line, makes the first. Great start so far for the visitors in this quarter. They lead 11-4. They've cut this margin that was at 13 just to a 6-point game. And Yap, unfortunately, can't get the second to go. So 1 out of 2 at the foul line. Stanley pulls down the defensive rebound. And now Melbourne are running through. Dolney takes the open three on the wing. Aaron Dolney hits the three. Great pass from Spud McNally. And Aaron Dolney adds to his afternoon so far. He's now up to 11 points, up to double figures. On the other end, Spud McNally's been called for the blocking foul. And just a couple of subs here for both teams. 3 for Melbourne. Coming in, Kafritzis, Rhymes, and also Stefano. Then for RMIT is Vended Heat, who also checks back in. At the other, Melbourne get a steal, but RMIT get a steal back through Steen. Steen now has it, finds Coffee. And I believe it was off a couple of Melbourne's hands as of last, so it will be off Melbourne. So we'll have they've got 8 seconds on the shot clock here to RMIT. Passes out to Vanderhit, finds Coffee. Coffee now has it with 3 on the shot clock, just takes the 3. If you don't mind me, Steve Coffee hits a big time, deep triple. I believe that was from the green line. The visitors, the viewers at home watching that one, that was a deep triple at the end of the shot clock, and he scores it. Here's Dolney, finds Stanley, back out to Kafritzis now, back out to Stanley, goes inside to the basket, called for a foul against Yap. So Stanley will go to the line here to shoot 2 shots. Nice aggressive move, will get himself to the line here for a couple of freebies here. Let's hopefully Stanley can hit a couple. And Stanley makes the first. Been amazing so far for Melbourne. He's been terrific. Up to 15 points and 5 boards. If you don't mind me, Ollie Stanley, you are having yourself a game. And he makes 2 out of 2 at the line, which is pretty rare for a big hole. So Ollie Stanley hits 2 out of 2 at the line. Melbourne's lead is at 8 points. Nice inside pass is to number 4 as well into the game, Christopher Oakley. Can't get that one to go. Melbourne running in transition. It'll be off a couple of RMIT hands as of last, so it will be a Melbourne ball from the side. So Melbourne 20 on the shot clock here. Kafritzis will inbound from the baseline. Finds Dolney. Dolney just takes the triple. Unsuccessful. The visitors get the defensive rebound and run. Here's Coffee now. Finds the big fella inside. Unsuccessful too. Good contest from Stanley. There's Kafritzis. Finds Jopen Pomerson for 3. Unsuccessful. Coffee pulls down the defensive rebound. Finds inside is Spencer. Through a couple of hands, and I think it will be a turnover from the Redbacks, stepping out of bounds on the sideline. So it will be a Melbourne ball here, and Kafritzis will inbounds to Stefano. And Stefano's now got to bring up the ball for the home team. Kafritzis now to Dolney, through to Rhymes, screen from Stanley, back out to Stanley, trying to find Rhymes again, but it's a nice steal from Coleman Bach. RMIT's defense has definitely picked up this second quarter, restricting Melbourne to just 9 points in this one, and Coleman Bach, nice footsteps on the big fella, scores a nice 2 against Stanley inside, cuts this margin out just to 6 points for Melbourne. Kafritzis to Dolny. Dolny drives inside. Takes a little step, mid-range, step back jump shot, unsuccessful. Redbacks get another defensive rebound. And I think it's a foul that time called against Melbourne. So I'll just call it off. That was just a bit of a foul that time against one of the Melbourne players. There was just a lot of contact here just in front of me. And also, Kafritzis also called for a bit of a flopping action, which I wasn't too sure about. I don't know how the referee has called that, but I guess it is what it is. But it was a timeout called from the Redbacks. So it's a 47-41 lead here for Melbourne. So, yeah, as I said, RMIT have just called a timeout here to discuss. But we'll be right back. So it'll be RMIT here, ball out of this timeout. Let's see what they've got here. So Spencer's now got it. Finds Coffee. Coffee drives inside, finds a big fella. Good, almost block from Stanley. Jeez, that was, I thought, all ball against Stanley. And he's called for a foul against Stanley. I'm actually just shaking my head about that call. Tough call against Stanley. Tough call. But he goes out of the game here. I think that's his third person, which is a bit of a tough call from the big fella. So the big fella on the other end for RMIT will go to the line in Coleman Bach, and he scores the first. So RMIT will shoot bonus situation here for the next 4 minutes. A crucial time in this game, and Coleman Bach goes 2 out of 2. It's a 47-43 lead here. Melbourne had a 13-point lead at quarter time. This lead is almost a race. It's just at 4 points. Good quarter from RMIT in this one so far. Melbourne using the ball well, off a few hands. There's Aaron Dolny now. Dolny drives inside. Got called on the foul, on the arm, if you don't mind me. Great finish on the left from Aaron Dolny. Scores the 2, and the foul will be awarded to Coleman Bach. Continuation play. Nice finish from Aaron Dolny on the left, if you don't mind me. On the right side of the floor, and a much needed 2 for Melbourne. It's a 49-43 lead here for Melbourne. Aaron Dolny here will shoot 1 at the free throw line. He's up to 13 points in this one now. Let's see if he can add to that at the free throw line to get up to 14. And he sure does. So Aaron Dolny, 3-point play, the old-fashioned way. I think that's the 4th and 1s this afternoon so far, the old-fashioned way. So, love to see it. Coffee at the other end, almost pulled up for the jump shot. Doesn't. I think it's fouled on the arm that time from Kafritzis. Kafritzis is called for a foul, and that might be his second personal on Kafritzis. So we'll be bonus situation, as I explained earlier, as RMIT are in the bonus for the remaining 3 minutes, 3:25 in this quarter. And high arcing free throw is good from Coleman Bock again. Coleman Bock leads all comers for the visitors up to 16 points. That is another high shot release, but that one is unsuccessful. But he's been everywhere so far for the visitors. Melbourne definitely need to contain him in the second half if they want to win this game. So Dolney finds Stefano, finds Rhymes. Rhymes drives inside. No good to go. Good D by RMIT. Could have been called a foul, but wasn't. Coffey's now got it. Trying to find Coleman Bock. He finds Spencer. Now to Coleman Bock inside. Easy two inside is good from the Redbacks again. Cutting this margin again back to 4 points, 50-46. With just 2:45 remaining in the second quarter. Spencer will now be awarded with that foul. It'll be the fourth team foul against the Redbacks. So now Melbourne will also shoot free throws in the next foul against RMIT. Let's see if they can get themselves to the free throw line. Aaron Dolney scores the two. Fouled on the jump shot as well. Aaron Dolney is going to go to the line for another 3-point possession, if you don't mind me. Being so aggressive, and he just gets the two to go. And he got clipped on the elbow, I think in the landing space as well. So Aaron Dolney, you're having yourself a game this afternoon. Aaron Dolney now up to 14 points. He's just shooting the lights out so far, 5 of 9. A big possession from Melbourne though. Much needed two again. The lead is now 6, and thank you to the floor sweepers for Melbourne. So Dolney goes to the line and gets the 3-point play the old-fashioned way again. I reckon it's number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Much needed 3-point play for Aaron Dolney and Melbourne Union. They lead now by 7. Steal from Rhymes. Spencer and Rhymes are running for it. Good hustle as well from Kafrutzis, jumping last minute. Just jumped on the top of Spencer. And another spillage on the court. So thank you again for the floor sweepers. There's been a lot of spillage on the court though. Good desperation from Kafrutzis, and the old man next to me, he's just absolutely loving it too. He's having a bit of a giggle. 2:24 remaining here in the second quarter. I think the referee's just having a bit of a discussion as to whose ball it will be, and it will be a RMIT ball with the jump ball awarded to their team in their possession. So they've got 14 on the shot clock here. So Coffey will inbound. Trying to find Yap inside, but unsuccessful. Vanderheek now has it against Dolney. Drives inside. Step back two, unsuccessful. Kafrutzis, great hustle, gets a defensive rebound. He's running, should have been called a foul, but Stefano takes the 3 in transition, and Stefano hits the 3. He loves that as well to Stefano. Good shooting so far for him. Scores the 2. Melbourne lead by 10 again. Much needed triple from the home team. Coffey drives inside, no good. The hustle from Yap as well, misses the offensive rebound, goes again for a second opportunity as Yap, and he scores the 2. Steal against Dolney. Coffey's now got it for RMIT. Finds Yap inside, and Yap makes the 3-point play against Kafrutzis. Kafrutzis got him on the elbow. I think that's his 3rd. So Kafrutzis will come out of the game. Scored up for another foul, but Yap will go to the line here to shoot 1. Bit of a high-scoring quarter for RMIT. Actually, they're only up to 25 points. It just feels like it's been high-scoring, but they're definitely leading this quarter. 25-17, make it 26. 26, sorry, yeah, to 15, sorry, in this quarter. So they've been much better in this second quarter so far. Ball is off Rhymes' hands as of last. Spencer with the good defense, getting himself in the cookie jar that time, getting the ball off Rhymes as of last. And I think there was an issue that time just with the shot clock. So it will be I think we're just going to reset that play again. So it will be a baseline ball for RMIT again, as the shot clock didn't start on time. So Coffey's got it now for the visitors. 1 minute 50 remaining here in the second quarter. They're down by 5. He pulls up for the 2. Unsuccessful. Donny pulls down the defensive rebound. Stefano's running in transition. Finds Rhymes. There is no one on Rhymes. Takes the open 3 at the top of the key. Unsuccessful. Rare miss for Rhymes, especially with that much time out there. RMIT get the defensive rebound. Here's Coffey now. Finds an open 3 from Vanderheed, and Vanderheed hits the 3. RMIT only trail now by 2 points. They've had a great second quarter, 56-54. Melbourne are desperate for a basket. Donny takes it all the way to the ring. He's fouled, I believe, that time from Cotton. Nice drive from Aaron Dolney. Will go get himself to the free throw line and shoot a couple. And to potentially increase Melbourne's lead here. That's just at 2 points at the moment. As I said earlier, folks, it's been a 29-18 quarter for RMIT. And they are right back in this game after that first quarter when they just looked a little bit sluggish. But to Melbourne Uni's credit, they're shooting the ball so well in that first quarter. It has died down a little bit so far in this quarter. Aaron Dolney goes to the line. Unfortunately, can't get that that first free throw to go. He's got one more at the line here, and he makes it. So 1 out of 2 for Aaron Dolney. I do love his shoes as well, the Nikes. Aaron Dolney, just a shout to those sneakers, my friend. Here's RMIT, a chance to potentially tie this game here. Let's see what they can do. Here's Spencer. Finds Cotton. Now through Coffey. Now Coffey's now got it at the top. Uses the screen. Coffey against Rhymes. Drives it inside. Scoop layup unsuccessful. Lucas gets the defensive rebound. But it will be a defensive rebound from Melbourne. But Stefano just turns the ball over. Very fortunate enough that Yap stepped on the half-court line. It was a backcourt violation against RMIT. So will be a timeout awarded to Melbourne Uni. Josh Turton and Melbourne Uni coaching staff have called a timeout just for the last possession of this quarter. As I said earlier, they lead by 3, 5.8 remaining here in the second quarter. They would love a basket here to end this quarter, but we will see what Melbourne are made of here. As I said, it's been a bit of a sluggish quarter for Melbourne, but they had a great first quarter. To RMIT's credit, they had really countered what Melbourne gave to them in that first quarter and really counted on their end as well with scoring, as I said, 29 points to 19 this second quarter. Leading all comers is Coleman Bock. He's up to 18 points and 7 rebounds. And also Coffey's got 10, 4 and 4. So triple double watch for Steve Coffey in just 19 minutes actually. He's played a lot of the game. And for the home team, Ollie Stanley leads 16 points, 5 boards, but he's got the 3 fouls. So just to keep an eye out there for Ollie Stanley when he checks back into the game. And Aaron Dolney, the other the other player for Melbourne, who's up to double figures, he's up to 16 points, a couple of rebounds and a couple of dimes as well. So it's going to be very interesting. 5.8 seconds here that Melbourne will have to play with. We'll see what Coach Turtz has drawn up from the sideline here. So they'll inbound the ball from half court. Let's see what Melbourne can do out of this timeout called. Hopefully some running for hopefully Freddie or one of the shooters out there, including you, Lucas, as well. Let's see what we got. So Rhymes finds Lucas. Lucas drives inside, trying to find Dolney. Can't find him, but does find him at the end. Takes the 3. Very contested. Good contest from RMIT. And that will do us after 20 minutes of basketball. At half-time, it's Melbourne Uni who lead this one 57-54. And we'll be right back in about 5 minutes or so. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Non-Elite Sports Centre at half-time of this game between Melbourne Uni and RMIT. Just have to give out shout-outs to the lovely people who are watching online. Just have to start off with the Kafritzis family and the Petrakis family. Just a shout-out to them. Just a shout-out as well to James and Nikki as well. The exciting news about a little one that will be into the universe of ours in November of this year. Just a little shout out to them. Just a little shout out to also to the Mooley Monsters as well, who are also tuning in, especially to Traja and the team. Thank you again for your support for the Melbourne Uni Black Angels. We're just about to start third quarter in this game here. And Stefano almost just carried. I think he almost just carried. Should have been called for a turnover. But the referees didn't see it that way. Rhymes thought he got clipped on the arm, which I think he did as well, and it will be a turnover against Melbourne. And then uncharacteristic, Spencer turns the ball over too. So 2 turnovers for both teams to start off proceedings in this third quarter. Let's see if we can get some going. There's Stefano. Stefano takes the 3, got clipped on the arm against Cotton, and Stefano is going to shoot 3 shots here. I'm not sure what they're carrying on about. They clearly hit him on the arm, and he's going to shoot 3 shots here. Coach isn't happy. Cotton isn't happy. I guess who is happy? Mr. Stefano, who will shoot 3 shots. Hopefully he can convert these, but he can't hit the first one. There's 2 more here for Stefano now. Let's hope he can make a couple now. And he makes the second. Well done. Good adjustment from Stefano. Makes that one. Now he's got 1 more, and Stefano gets it to go. So 2 out of 3 that time from Stefano, and Melbourne lead by 5. Much needed 2 to get on the board here for Melbourne. They lead, as I said, by 5 points. Here's Coffey, finds Spencer. Finds Coleman Bock, who misses badly under the basket. They're trying to put as much pressure on Stanley as possible as he's up to 3 fouls. Stanley takes the floater, unsuccessful, gets the offensive rebound. Takes another little mid-range, unsuccessful. Coffey gets a defensive rebound, just pulls up, if you don't mind me. Steve Coffey pulls up in transition and buries a 3. No one from Melbourne was even guarding him at all, and he just made the 3 count. Here's Stefano, finds Kafritzis on the wing. Kafritzis unsuccessful. Coleman Bock pulls down the defensive rebound. Here's Coffey, finds Spencer. Back out to Coleman Bock. There's a 3 from Cotton, and they take the 3. They take the lead, if you don't mind me. Xavier Cotton hits a 3, back-to-back triples from RMIT, and they have the lead for the first time in this game. Rhymes tries to find Stanley, another turnover from Melbourne. Cotton can't get that one to go. Stefano drives from Melbourne up to half court. Will be awarded a foul on the arm of Coffey. Second team foul against the Redbacks in this quarter. 59-60 lead here for RMIT. Here's Rhymes, finds Stanley inside. Stanley just, nice little spin move towards the baseline. Ollie Stanley against Coleman Bock. Puts down a 2-hand flush again, if you don't mind me. Nice little step to the baseline. Ollie Stanley, if you don't mind me, another 2. Leads all comers in this one with 18 points. Coffey finds Spencer. He does not look comfortable at all out there. He doesn't make the 3. Here's Kafritzis running. Find Dolney in transition. Dolney, he gets the 3 to go, if you don't mind me. He gets a lucky bounce. And he's having a bit of a smile too, Aaron Dolney. And there we go. Offensive foul on the screen is awarded to the Melbourne Uni ball against Vanderhyde, who picks up the offensive foul with the screen. So it will be a Melbourne ball here, and here's Stefano. Runs to Dolney, to Kafritzis, finds Rhymes. Stanley now. So back out to Rhymes. Dolney now, drives inside. There's nice little hook shot is good from Ollie Stanley. He gets himself up to 20 points in this game. Much needed two for him again. Ollie Stanley's been really good for Melbourne. Here's Coffey. On the other, nice two inside is good from Coleman Bock. Coleman Bock adds to his tally for another 2 points. He's up to 20 points as well. So both the big fellas in this game are up to 20 points. It's been a game of both the big fellas out there. Here's Stefano, takes the three on the side, unsuccessful. Offensive rebound, Kafritzis finds Aaron Dolney. And Aaron Dolney hits another triple. Great hustle from Kafritzis. Aaron Dolney, another triple for him as well. He's up to 22 points for Melbourne. Spence on the other end gets blocked. Gets his offensive rebound, but a turnover. Here's Dolney, gonna go to the ring. Aaron Dolney scores the two. All the way to the basket, fast break. Two from Aaron Dolney, 24 points, if you don't mind me. And I believe it was a jump ball possession arrow. So it will be awarded to RMIT here as Melbourne had the first possession of the quarter. So it'll be an RMIT here from the baseline. So it will be a couple of subs for RMIT here to start off proceedings in the third. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Just having a bit of spillage on the court. It's just, thank you again to the floor sweepers who are helping out today, because there's been a lot of spillage out in the court. So the three is unsuccessful that time from Coffey. Dolney, great hustle, tries to find Rhymes, but it's unsuccessful. To turnover. Here's Coffey now. Finds Lutton, finds Spencer. Drives the big guy inside. Another two is good from Coleman Bock. Coleman Bock up to 22 points for the Redbacks. Here's Stefano, drives all the way, finds an open Rhymes, takes the three. Fouled on the three as well. I'm not sure what Spencer's complaining about. He completely took out the legs of Rhymes, and he's going to be awarded for 3 fouls that time. 3 shots here for Rhymes. Rhymes has been a bit quiet though this afternoon. He's only up to 3 points, so hopefully he can add some points here at the free throw line. So RMIT already 4 points, 4 fouls, in this quarter. So Melbourne, the next 5:27, are going to be shooting a couple of free throws here at the free throw line, which is really going to help their cause. Rhymes can't get the first one to go. Rhymes can't get the first to go. 2 remaining. Gets a second to go. Lucky bounce for Rhymes, but he gets a second one to go. Looks like this one's starting to heat up a little bit. Both teams are playing a lot of desperation. So Rhymes get the third one to go as well. So 2 out of 3 in that possession for Joel Rhymes. So Melbourne lead by 9. Spencer finds Coffey. Coffey now finds Spencer, takes the 3. As I said, he's not comfortable out there, and I'm not sure why. He's still shooting it. Spencer can't get the 3 to go. Here's Stefano, just pulls up in the 3. In the transition game, Mr. Stefano hits a 3. Big time triple again for Stefano. He's been amazing for Melbourne, up to 14 points. 4-7 from the three-point line. On the other end, Coleman Bock misses the dunk. And it is a foul, I believe, on Cotton that time again. So Cotton picks up his third. As I said earlier, it's bonus situation. So it's going to be 2 shots here for Kafritzis at the line, who is yet to score. Oh, no, sorry, he scored it 2. Must have missed that. So he's up to 2 points. Sorry, Kafritzis. So sorry about that, brother. But he's going to go to the line here, as I said, as they're in the bonus situation, Melbourne, for the remaining 4:50. So this is really an opportunity for Melbourne to get some more fouls, get a couple more freebies here at the line. As I said, there's just a spillage on the court here, so just waiting for that to be cleaned up. But Kafritz is going to go to the line here to shoot a couple. He must have some blood, Kafritz, so he won't be able to shoot these free throws. He had some blood on the knee, I believe, so he will have to check out of the game. So Freddie Sims Jr., I don't mind this, checks into the game, and he's going to shoot a couple of free throws. He's been a little bit cold. You tell he's trying to heat up his fingers that time. I'll tell you what, he's good for 2. No, maybe not. Maybe that's just a commentator's curse. Misses the first. Hopefully Freddie can redeem himself and make this second one. And he sure does. So 1 and 2 for Freddie. RMIT down by 13, have possession of the ball though. So far it's a 20-10 lead for Melbourne in this quarter. Coffey just pulls up, if you don't mind me, on Dolney. Wow, Steve Coffey, he's having himself a really good game this afternoon, up to 16 points. Just pulled up on Dolney, just hit the 3. Now the end, I think it's a kicking ball violation against RMIT. So it'll be Melbourne ball here from the baseline. So Stefano will inbound. Try and find Freddie, but they can't. Find Dolney now. Dolney finds Stanley at the top of the key. Stanley, good foot movement, but back out to Dolney. Finds Freddie Sims Jr. now. Freddie, spin move, jump shot over the top, if you don't mind me, over Ludden. Tough 2 from Freddie Sims Jr. He's good to go. Increases Melbourne's lead now to 12. A much needed 2. Oh, no way from Coffey. Pulls up for another deep triple. Can't get it to go. Dolney on the other end. Spin move, 2 over Coffey. Aaron Dolney scores the 2 over the top of Coffey. Great quarter from Melbourne and great game for Aaron Dolney in this one. He's been definitely Melbourne's best on the offensive end. On the other end, nice finishing tide is good from Coleman Bock. Another great pass from Coffey. Coleman Bock adds to his collection up to 24 points in just 19 minutes, if you don't mind me. Here's Dolney. Dolney, the 3, the top of the key. Aaron Dolney again. It's another triple. This guy is heating up. He's eating up 27 points. Game high for Aaron Dolney. And RMIT lift him on his own. And he hits the 3. And at the other end, Stefano will be awarded with that foul. And he did put his hand up too to acknowledge that he did foul him. So it will be RMIT here. RMIT ball from the sideline here. So Coffey inbounds to Mira Flores, who's also just checked back in for RMIT. Now the open 3 is good that time from Daniel Steen, who just checked in as well. Daniel Steen hits the 3, 12-point lead for Melbourne. Here's Stanley now. Back out to Freddie Sims Jr. Back out to Stanley. Gets himself inside for the 2 inside. Great pass from Freddie. And Ollie Stanley adds another 2 to his Ball game up to 22 points. 14-point lead again for Melbourne. Here's Coffey. Takes the scoop layup. Gets himself all the way to the ring for the uncontested layup. Who's also up 18 points and 5 dimes for Steve Coffey. Will be a travelling violation that time on James Avangrinos. I think he took an extra step. So it will be a travel against the home team. So it'll be an RMIT ball from the sideline. Mira Flores has the ball here for RMIT. Drives inside against Stanley. Nice finish with his left as well, if you don't mind me. Cuts the margin now down to 10 for Melbourne Uni. Dolney just takes a three, a hot. Can't get that one to go. On the other, it will be a turnover for RMIT on that side as well. But there is a bit of a spillage incident, so it will be a Melbourne Uni ball in the backcourt, as it's just a bit of a spillage on the court. Just waiting for the floor sweep. Still a bit of spillage here on the court. Thank you again to Amelia for all your hard work. So for minute 48 remaining here in this third quarter, Melbourne Uni lead this one 86-76. So Melbourne inbound it. Avangrinos now has it for Melbourne. Here's Dolney. There's Freddie Sims Jr. If you don't mind me, takes the three. Takes the three and hits it over the top on the arms of Steen. If you don't mind me, he got him to the floor. Freddie Sims Jr. has come on after not starting today. He's shooting the lights out so far in this game. On the other end, Steen. So Steen missed the three, got an offensive rebound, and it was off Matty Foster's hands as of last. So it will be awarded to RMIT. They've got 14 seconds here on the shot clock, inbounding from the baseline here. See what they can draw up. Nice floater is good again from Mira Flores. Mira Flores scores the two. Nice little scoop floater is good to go on the left again for him. 11-point lead for Melbourne. Here's Lucas. Finds Matty Foster. Matty Foster drives in, finds Lucas. The slasher inside for two is good. Lucas Sekleski, as I say, Lucas scores the two. Great feed from Matty Foster. He's good to go. 13-point lead again for Melbourne. Here's Coffey now. Coffey wants a screen from Yap. Coffey finds Yap now inside. He's going to get the two to go. Dolney gets the defensive rebound for Melbourne. Here's Freddie now. Freddie just pulls up in transition. Freddie Sims Jr. hits another triple. And Melbourne Uni lead by 16 now again after it was 3 points at half time. A big quarter, a big third quarter for Melbourne Uni. 35 points, just like the first quarter. Shooting the lights out again from 3-point land. And Freddie adds to his collection up to 18 points. He's 5 or 6 from the field. So RMIT will have one possession here in the third quarter. There's just about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock here. So Melbourne might have another possession in this quarter. But here's Coffey now. Lucas is guarding him. Coffey inside. Turn the ball over. No. Yap's got it. Yap. Feinstein takes a tough shot. Good to go to end the shot clock. Evan Greenos must take a desperation half-court heather. Unsuccessful. That will do us up to 3 quarters in this one. Melbourne Uni lead 94-80. And we'll be right back in a couple minutes. The start of the last quarter here at the Non-Elite Sports Centre. Melbourne Uni lead by 14 points, but they had a good third quarter and first quarter in this one, but RMIT definitely the better team in the second quarter, so let's hope for RMIT's case they can be a bit more competitive in this last quarter. And so far, 2 points is good from Coffey inside. Scores the 12-point lead for Melbourne now. There's Freddie Sims Jr., the pull-up three! Freddie Sims Jr. again! Hits another triple, 6 or 7 from the field. 21 points in just on 12 minutes for Freddie Sims Jr. Wow, he's been instant impact off the bench from Melbourne. And then at the other end, Coffey scores another 2. He's heating up as well. He's up to 20 points. And it will be a turnover on, I believe, my man Matty Foster Jr. with the offensive foul with the screen. So it will be RMIT ball here. Let's see if they can get another basket to go here. And Spud McNally picks up the foul on the arm. So it'll be second team foul against Melbourne here. Hopefully the fouls don't slowly pick up here. If you know, just waiting for the shot clock to be changed there. So 15 for RMIT here to work with. Coffey takes the 3. He's 3 of 3 in this last quarter already. Cuts the margin out just to 10. Open 3 though. Big possession again from RMIT. Here's Freddie Sims Jr. The pull-up 2 on the other end is good. Oh, at the other end, does RMIT get an easy layup? Almost, actually. He didn't make it, but he did get fouled on Spud McNally who picked up the foul. So it'll be 2 shots at the line for Mira Flores. Should have made the layup though, but he couldn't get the layup to go. But he was awarded with the foul, so he will go to the line here to shoot a couple. And he can't get the first one to go. And he makes the second. So 1 out of 2 at the line. 11-point lead here for Melbourne Uni. So Kafritzis, the skipper, checks back in as well. So finds Evan Greenhouse back to Kafritzis. Spud McNally back to Kafritzis. Foster at the top of the key. Trying to find Freddie Sims. They find Freddie Sims. He takes the 3. Unsuccessful on that one. Rare miss for him. There's Spencer. Finds Coffey. Drives inside. Step back 3 is good to go as well. Geez, tough shot from Vanderheed, but he hits the 3. It's now only an 8-point lead here for Melbourne. RMIT have come on this quarter, been very electric shooting the ball so far. Shooting the ball at a very high clip. And as I said, they've already got 11 points in just 2 minutes of action. A couple of subs here now for Melbourne. They get their starters actually back on, just apart from Dolney. So Freddie will stay out there with the other 4, including Kafritzis, Stefano, Rhymes, and Stanley. They said they get Freddie going. Freddie finds Stanley. Nice 2-man game flush from Ollie Stanley. That's another hammer for him. 2 hands for safety, if you don't mind me. He's been great getting himself to the basket for another open 2. At the other end, Coffey pulls up, unsuccessful on that one. The defensive rebound finally on the hands of Stefano. Finds Stanley. Stanley runs in open transition, scores the 2. Had Coleman Bock, who was still trailing in the defensive half court. And he gets the 2 to go. Another 2 for Ollie Stanley, who's been fantastic. Him and Dolney offensively for Melbourne have been amazing. The other 2 is good from Vanderheed. So the offense is definitely coming in this last quarter so far. Rhymes finds Kafritzis. Back out to Rhymes. Open 3 on the side is unsuccessful. Spencer pulls down the defensive rebound. Runs in offensive transition. Finds Vanderheed, who scores another one. That's up to 7 points now in this quarter for him. And it will be a foul awarded to Spencer, as Melbourne were just trying to advance the ball. So it will be a Melbourne ball here from the side in their front court. Kafritzis will use Stefano. Back out to your skipper. Rhymes, Stanley, Freddie. Rhymes, Kafritzis. Mismatch against the big guy. Kafritzis wants to drive against him. Called for the arm foul against Coleman Bock, and he's not happy with that one. And Kafritzis is going to go to the line here, shoot 2 shots. Coach Vincenzo is not happy about that one as well. But he will get 2 shots. Kafritzis on the first free throw, unsuccessful. Let's see if he can redeem himself and make this second one. As I said, it's 8 points. It's 9 points. He makes 1 out of 2. He's now up to 3 points. This Kafritzis. As I said, it's a 9-point lead for Melbourne. 6.5 remaining in this last quarter. Both teams are playing with so much energy right now. I'm loving it. Coffey finds Coleman Bock. Gets blocked by Kafritzis. And it will be a baseline ball here for RMIT. Freddie checks out, and Dolney checks back in. So Spencer finds Cotton. Cotton's now got it. He's up to 4 fouls as well, so he's going to be very careful out there. Finds Coffey now. Coffey drives inside. Spencer, desperation 3 to end the shot clock. It was an air ball from Vanderheed. and it will be a turnover against the Redbacks. It will be Melbourne ball here from the sideline in their backcourt. So Kafritzis has it, finds Stefano. Back out to Kafritzis in the backcourt, gets up to the front court now, finds Rhymes. Stanley, here's Stefano. Stefano's going to take the three, jab step unsuccessful. Coffee pulls down the defensive board. Finds reverse lob is unsuccessful from Coleman Bach. Good contest again from Stanley, who's got to be very careful with his 3 fouls out there. There's Rhymes. Stanley, the one-legged floater is good to go. Holy Stanley, 28 points this afternoon. Very, very aggressive, just looking for a shot. And I'll tell you what, again, I've said it again, the third time I've said it. Spencer takes another 3, and as I said, he doesn't look very comfortable out there, and he takes another one just hit the backboard. And it will be a Melbourne ball here from the baseline. So the lead by 11. A couple of subs here now for RMIT, and I will think they will be also, the coach will want to call a timeout. So it'll be a timeout called against Vincenzo and RMIT. It's an 11-point lead, as I said earlier. A chance for Melbourne to increase this lead, but as I said, there will be a timeout call with 5:19 remaining here in the last quarter, and we'll be right back. So just after the timeout. So we'll be Melbourne ball here from the baseline. So Stefano's got it. Run the offense through to Stanley. To Kafritzis, Rhymes. Trying to find Dolney. Can't get it to get to him. Stefano's got it now. Finds Dolney inside. The floater unsuccessful. Defensive rebound by Coffee again. I want to see how many rebounds he's now up to. He's actually up to, 6 rebounds now and 7 assists. So will be a turnover from the Redbacks. And unfortunately, Kafritzis tried to find Stanley inside. Pass wasn't too great. So will be awarded here to RMIT. 11-point lead here for the home team. Trying to find inside is Coleman Bach. Unfortunately, can't get that one to go. He slowed down since he had a really, really good first half in this one, but he has slowed down just a little bit in this second half. Here's Stefano. Stefano drives, finds Kafritzis at the top of the key. Stanley now. Goes all the way with his right hand, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, no, unsuccessful. Lutton's now got it for RMIT. Finds Coffee. Coffee, uncharacteristic turnover from Coffee. Try to find Spencer inside at the ring. Can't get him to go, can't get it to his hands. So it will be a turnover for RMIT. 4:07 remaining in this last quarter. Dolney now has it, finds Stefano. Stefano now's got it. Finds Kafritzis. Kafritzis now. Trying to find someone to help him out. Finds Stanley at the top. Now Stefano again. Stefano drives. Turnover to Luton. And it will be a Foul on Rhymes. Bit of a smart foul, actually. So we'll be awarded 4th team foul against Rhymes, stopping the fast break transition for RMIT. So 11-point lead, as I said, for Melbourne here. So Coffey inbounds to Spencer. Spencer drives. Gets the and 1 to go against Rhymes. He just attacked the body. Gets the 2 to go. Through some contact. Got to go to the line here for 1 to get an old-fashioned 3-point play to go. Spencer in this game now up to 5 points, a couple of assists and a couple of steals as well to add to his game. So this is a chance to get himself up to 6 points with this one. And that free throw is long, unsuccessful. So Stanley pulls down the defensive rebound. Finds Stefano. Now Kafritzis now for Melbourne Uni. Finds Dolney. Dolney drives with his right hand. Goes all the way to the basket for 2. Aaron Dolney. He's got himself up now to, I believe, 29 points, actually, almost a 30 piece. Spoke too soon. And the other end, Cotton takes the 3. Unsuccessful. Stanley, man rebound, but he just turns it over 2. Unfortunately, gets a defensive rebound. And he just threw the ball away, unfortunately for him. So RMIT will regain the ball here from the sideline. Spencer's now got it. They still trail by 11 here to the Redbacks. Spencer takes the 3. There he goes. He hits one now from the 3-point line. Uncontested 3. He got one to go. 8-point lead for Melbourne with just under 3 remaining. Stanley was clogging it on the arm. He's going to go to the line here to shoot 2 shots. And Stanley's going to go to the line here, shoot 2 shots. So Stanley's gone to the line here, shoot a couple. I think it will be awarded to a timeout. Awarded to Melbourne Uni that time. So Coach Tertz has called a timeout just to get a bit of a message to the troops here. So 2:52 remaining here in this last quarter, and Melbourne lead this one by 8 points, and we'll be right back. So just after the timeout, that time called from Coach Turton and Melbourne Uni. So Ollie Stanley is going to go to the line here to shoot 2 shots. As I said, 2:52 remaining here in this last quarter. Ollie Stanley goes to the line and banks the first, and he's having a bit of a laugh too. I can't believe himself that he's banked that, because that was not a very impressive shot. And his second he can't get. So 1 out of 2 for Stanley. We'll take that from Melbourne's possession. Defensive rebound, Ogley. So now who's inside, almost a turner from Coffey. Phones Oakley, who drives inside. Finds Spencer now at the top. Through to Coffey now. Coffey's now got to be 5 on the shot clock. Coffey drives, finds Oakley, who takes the 3 on the baseline, unsuccessful. Dolney pulls down the defensive rebound. Finds Stefano, finds Skafritza. Stanley should just hold the ball up now and trying to find a guard, which he will. He finds Dolney now. Now here's Rhymes. Bit of a quiet game for Rhymes offensively. Hasn't got going in this one, just up to 5 points tonight. Rhymes turns it over. Here's Luton. Spencer. And one is good as well from Vanderheed. Got him on the offensive end. Scores the 2 and the foul is awarded to Kafritzis. RMIT did press up on Rhymes, creating the turnover against Rhymes. And Vanderheed will go to the line here, shoot 1. He's also had a really good second half, actually up to 14 points now. Third leading highest scorer for the Redbacks. He's going to go to the line, as I said, for a 3-point possession. Unsuccessful. Kafritzis pulls down the defensive rebound. Now finds Stefano. Stefano Stanley. Stanley goes all the way to the basket, finds Rhymes, back to Stanley. Bit of a mismatch inside. Blocked on the armour too from Oakley, actually. Luton on the other end. Scores the 2. Fast break transition again from the Redbacks. Get another 2. 109-104 game. The Redbacks are putting a lot of pressure now on Melbourne Uni. Let's see if they can hold the ball and get a good shot here. Rhymes finds Stanley, and Stanley gets the end. 1 to go. He wasn't even looking at the basket. Only Stanley just chucks the ball. A bit of a desperation shot. And he gets the end. 1 to go. Oh my goodness, I don't know how he just chucked that. He just chucked it up and he gets it to go. He's up to now 30 points. Him and Aaron Dolney are 59 combined for Melbourne. They scored half the total for Melbourne in this one. Well, Ollie Stanley and 1. As I said, 29, I think he's up to 30 points and 10 rebounds. A chance for a three-point play, unsuccessful. The Redbacks get the defensive rebound now. They're running through Coffey. Coffey finds Vandertheed, who takes the 3. Tough 3 contest. Luton gets the offensive rebounds, finds Coffey. Back out to Luton. Vandertheed takes another 3, unsuccessful. Another offensive rebound from the Redbacks. And it will be a foul against Stefano, and it's going to be bonus situation though. A bit of a silly foul from Stefano. And Oakley is going to go to the line here, shoot 2 shots. So 114, apologies, remaining in this last quarter. Chance for Oakley to cut this margin, which is at 7 points now for Melbourne. Could cut this down to potentially 5 after a couple of free throws here. Let's see what he's made of at the line. Now he goes to the line. He makes the first one to go. Six-point lead for Melbourne. He's got one more shot here. And he makes it, so 2 out of 2 at the line. 5-point lead here for Melbourne Uni. RMIT put a full court press on. So Kafritzis to Stefano. Back out to Kafritzis. Finds Stefano. Finds Dolney now on the sideline. Almost finds Kafritzis. I think it was a foul that time called. It's a foul from Mira Flores. Mira Flores is awarded to the foul. And it will be 2 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, this last minute is going to go on for, I reckon, a long time. This is going to be a long minute of action. As I said, both teams in the bonus. Going to shooting the ball every foul here. And there's a lot of spillage on the court this afternoon. There's just been a lot of people falling down on the ground. With obviously contact as well. But this has been a very heated game this afternoon. So your skipper, Kafritzis, goes to the line. He's 1 out of 2 so far. Let's hope he can picks up that percentage. He can't get the first to go, though. It was a bit too long. 1 of 3 for Kafritz at the line. Let's hopefully he can make this one to increase the lead for Melbourne. And he gets a second to go. To 2 out of 4 for Lucas at the line today. Goes 1 out of 2 in that possession. 6-point lead for Melbourne. Here's Coffey. Drives. Finds Luton. Luton now got it back out to Coffey. Coffey drives to the basket. Finds Ogley. Takes the open 3 on the baseline and he's good to go. And he loves it as well. It's a 3-point lead. Only for Melbourne Uni now. Rhymesau has it. Finds Dolney. As I said, RMIT putting the pressure on Melbourne Uni here. Here's Stefano. Stefano finds Dolney, finds Rhymes. Rhymes, step back 3, unsuccessful. Stanley pulls down a big offensive rebound. Kafritzis finds Stefano. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They lead by 3 to Melbourne Uni. Kafritzis finds Stefano. Gonna shoot it. Dolney's gonna take the 3 on the side. Unsuccessful. RMIT with a chance to potentially tie here. Here's Coffey. And it will be awarded. The foul on Kafritzis. Got me up from my seat, actually. I think Coffey's going to take a couple of free throws, though, here. So it will be 2 shots here in bonus situation. I guess you could say a bit of a smart foul from Kafritzis. So RMIT don't get a shot up to potentially tie this one, but it's a 3-point lead. Timeout called from RMIT. Coffey's going to take a couple of free throws. Who knows what the strategy is going to be if the coach wants him to make the first, miss the second, try and get an offensive rebound. You never know what's going to happen here. So we'll see what the coach has got in store here. 4.2 remaining. This is edging your sort of gaming this afternoon, guys. This has been a really awesome game to be part of. It's been RMIT, the second and fourth quarter, just be a lot more cleaner with the ball and scoring much easier than Melbourne. But the first and third quarters, all Melbourne. So it's been good. It's been a very consistent game. So we'll see what the coaches have in store for the last couple minutes of this game. As I said, it's still anyone's game here. RMIT, I still think we've got a massive sniff here to potentially get this one into overtime if they're good enough as well. So as I said earlier, you will be 2 shots to Steve Coffey. And he makes the first. Nothing but net on the first. He's up to 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. Let's see what happens here. Does he make or miss the second one? He shoots it up and he makes it. So he goes 2 out of 2. He makes second, and Coach Josh Turton, calls a timeout for Melbourne Uni. So they'll be able to advance the ball here. As I said, 4.2 remaining. Coffey just makes the 2.
Hello? No, I think it's...
Just had a technical difficulty there that time, so thanks to Bree for helping me out. So as I said earlier, so Melbourne and Coach Turch just called a quick timeout here to try and advance the ball. They will have 4.2 seconds on the game clock remaining. So just the most important thing is just inbound the ball, get it to hopefully one of the shooters who can make some free throws. And RMIT, they'll be fouling from the get-go. Both teams have also a timeout remaining if they need to use a timeout here for the next 4.2. So let's see what Melbourne got out of this timeout. So Rhymes has it. They get the ball to Dolney, and Dolney is fouled straight away on the arms of Luton. So Luton will go, so Dolney will go to the line here to shoot two. Luton picks up the foul. I think RMIT and also Melbourne will be making some subs here. This last possession or so. So Aaron Dolney, the most important free throws this afternoon and probably for the season for him. Hopefully he can make a couple for Melbourne Uni's case. As I said, he's up to 29 points in this one. Hopefully getting his tally now after 30. The referees are just having a bit of a chatting here about, I think, the subs as well, making sure they've got the right people on the court here. Not sure what the big hold-up is. They're still waiting just to make sure the right people are on the court here. So I'm just waiting for the referees just to make their call, and I think they have awarded their call, so making sure the RMIT look like they've still got some subs here. Aaron Dolney goes to the line. He makes the first one. Lucky bounce off the backboard that time. Aaron Dolney gets the first to go. RMIT, I believe, do have a timeout. If Dolney goes to the line, he makes 2 out of 2. Big shots for Aaron Dolney. Big time, makes them 2 out of 2. So now RMIT have used their final timeout of this game. They will advance the ball as well. So as I said, they've got 2.9 remaining here. The referees are just having a lot of say in this one here. I'm not sure, as I said, I'm not sure what is going on, but just a lot of confusion with timeouts and what's actually going on. So hopefully we can make the adjustments here. And even the old man next to me is agreeing with me as well. Because they are just, I think, I don't like to say anything bad about the referees here, but this game here has just been poorly, I think, run by these guys, because there's just been too many issues. Both coaches have been complaining too much. No one knows what's going on. A lot of uncertainty between the two. And now they're finally awarding a timeout to RMIT.
They gave it to them before, that's why. They didn't ask for it. They never get a second one.
This is all very confusing, guys. This is all very, very confusing for me.
They gave it against Melbourne.
Being on the other side of the court here, this has just been too much. That's just going on here. Back and forth between the two. As I said, I think RMIT have been now awarded this timeout. Not sure if they should have been allowed, but I guess it is what it is. So RMIT will get the timeout. We're going to have 2.9 remaining here. Hopefully Melbourne lock in here. They need one stop. RMIT need a triple to get this to overtime. This is going to be one exciting possession here to end this game. We will see what RMIT and also what Melbourne Uni are in store for here. it will be RMIT here, ball from the sideline. As I said, 2.9 here. Remaining on the game clock. So Coffey will inbound ball. Hopefully for Melbourne's case, they do not give up an open three here in this game. Coffey inbounds the ball. He's going to find Benju. He's going to just take the three to end. And he misses, unfortunately, to the left. Geez, the shot was close, but unsuccessful. That will do us at the Non-Elite Sports Centre. Melbourne Uni win this one, 114, defeating RMIT. Redbacks 111. This has been an absolute great game between both clubs this afternoon. Your home team, Melbourne Uni, do get the chocolates, getting the home win. Much needed win here for the home team. And that will be a wrap here for us at the Non-Elite Sports Centre. As I said earlier, Melbourne Uni win this one, 114 to 111. Thank you again for listening and tuning in. It's your host, Elias Kafritzis. Hopefully everyone gets home safely. And go the Black Angels.